I'm Bobby. I want to tell you something about choppers. And I'm going to show you my beast. Before you go thinking about buying a big old chopper, and I've had them all, hundreds of bikes. I've had at least 4 choppers, 2 big dogs, an iron horse, and this full-blown, well, not that, something else I'm working on, and this full-blown custom-built chopper with a 127 Ultima, 6-speed Ultima transmission, all the bells and whistles. That's driving me nuts right now. I'm telling you, man, it's got a brand new motor and trans, brand new everything, and I spent more time working on it than I have riding it. I mean, it's a badass, fun bike, but choppers are a bitch because everything vibrates loose on them. Apparently, whoever built this bike didn't put Loctite on the bolt that goes to the jack shift, or the jack gear, pinion gear, and a sumbitchin' bolt came out and was in there, and there was copper shavings getting all over my belt, and I couldn't figure out where the hell it was coming from. Well, it turns out it's coming from inside this cap. It's got this brass fitting in there, and the gear, the pinion gear, was hung up in here, and sparks started flying out of here. That's how I figured out what it was. But these bikes have a lot of compression. So one thing that was happening when I first got the bike, spark plug cable kept popping out of it. So I had to take that out and open up the metal doohickey that goes on the spark plug and fix that. But now I'm having issues with this thing starting because this pinion gear has come up in here and it's screwed up the aluminum in here, jacked it all up, and also it's sticking. When you press it, it's sticking. So I took my Dremel tool and I cleaned it all up real good. Hopefully, you know, that'll fix that problem. But what happened was, it sounds like something simple, but here's what happened. I almost blew up the damn bike and the gas station down the street because I bought a new battery. I bought this new 300 cranking amp Wicked battery, right? I really don't like these push starts. I'm trying to hook up a key start on it. What happened was, because that jack gear on the other side, that pinion gear was sticking, when you push started it, that button would stick in all the way, and it caused my battery to start smoking and frying. And I was at the gas station. What happened was, I had filled it up, and of course gas built down the bike. Next thing you know, I went to start it, the damn battery started smoking and sizzling. Freaked out, grabbed all my tools out of my tool bag, threw them on the ground. And of course, I did not have the 1 wrench, screwdriver, whatever I needed to get that cable off of there. So I hurried up and pushed the damn bike away from the pumps before it fucking exploded and blew everything up. So, and then another time, when I had replaced the battery, I forgot to put this oil tank back up on top of this rubber grommet that holds it up off of the battery post on the starter. And it had sat down on top of that positive on top of that starter, fried the battery again. So basically this battery's probably shot. It still says over 12 volts when I charge it, but I don't think it's putting out the 300 amps or whatever it takes to crank this big ass motor. So I went and bought a new starter. I thought the starter was messed up, and actually it was, because I took the push button apart, and inside, this is the old one, inside the push button there's round copper washer that's hooked onto that with the spring, and it touches these other two copper leads in here, and that's what pushes the jack out to crank it over. Well, they look kind of rough. I sanded them off, tried all that, but then this thing just didn't seem like it was cranking. I expected it to really kick, man, but I guess these starters don't kick like a car starter. They just kind of spin the torque with torque to turn the motor over. And anyway, I bench tested a new one, and I was expecting it to kick, but it really didn't kick. So maybe I got a faulty one. I bought it off of eBay, but you know, that's where I could find the best deal on one. Aside from that, I was driving one day. Like I said, I've had this thing about a month, and I've been working on it more than I'm driving it. I'm telling you, I'm not getting another chopper, man. They're a pain in the ass. Plus, it's a rigid. Another rigid, about my fourth rigid, and I swear it crushed some vertebrae in my back. First day I got it, got caught in a rainstorm, got it wet. Damn headlight gets so hot that it cracked my headlight glass. And water got in there, shorted out my headlight. Next thing you know, I had an electrical problem. I tore the whole bike apart to try to figure out where my wire short was at. Finally figured it out, put it all back together. And damn, next time I was driving it, the key fell out. Now I got this damn key in here that barely fits it. It's not the right key. I got to sit there and jigger it around to get it to turn on. I bought a new ignition now. I'm going to try, it's got a spring load. It's a spring load ignition. I'm going to try to put a key start on it. See, these starters have a little lead right here on the top there where you can hook a female wire connector to. That's supposed to be for your key start. So I'm going to run a wire from this up to my new spring loaded key, and hopefully I can start it like that. I'm still having starting issues though. I'm freaking out about this battery, man. I've got I'm gonna get my drill and put a socket on it in case it starts smoking again. This time I can get it off there quick enough, but I'm sure it already fried the new battery. I'm supposed to be trading this thing for a Corvette and throwing in some cash on the deal just because I'm so frustrated. I just want to get rid of it, man, because it's driving me nuts. I can't deal with all this. I feel like I'm a full-time damn mechanic. I think I'm just going to go with a Harley next time. A nice Harley, if I even get another damn bike, I don't know. My last big dog looked a lot like this. One day I was driving it, and this whole damn, drove it down the beach, this whole damn piece that holds on the two front pegs and the shifter and everything came loose, about fell off on the ground before I could get home with it. And then another thing that happened on that big dog with a 117 on it, this is a 127, the damn basket tore up in the transmission. Had a Baker 6-speed. This is an Ultima 6-speed. That Baker 6-speed basket tore up. I took it to a dude to work on it. Big old Harley guy, right? Never fails. Every time I take one in to get it worked on, they say they fix it. I pay them a bunch of money. I get the shit back. It's doing the same damn thing. You know? Come to find out that the basket was tore up in the damn thing, which is a common occurrence for Baker 6-speeds. Somebody told me these Ultimas are better transmissions, but I don't know. I'm getting rid of this one before I even find that out. Let me see what else. This thing's got so much power. It's unbelievable. I had given a girl a ride on here the other night, and I kept telling her to hold on tight, man. We were pulling out of Big Daddy's, and of course I left her on the concrete. She didn't hold on, or she claims that my little pee pad slipped off, and it broke off one of the damn suction cups. But I did spit on it, but I guess I shouldn't have done that. It was probably slick, but she wasn't holding on tight enough. So I felt bad about that. She got all bruised up, got her ass all sore and shit. So anyway, hopefully I can get this thing so where it'll crank decent enough to do this trade and throw this cash in on this C6 Corvette. I want to get a C7, but that's going to have to come later after I do some more wheeling and dealing, sell some shit. Like my damn Jeep, having issues with the fucking full-blown Jeep, souped-up Jeep too. And the Mustang, need to sell that, 2008 GT. But hopefully gonna get a C7 here, Corvette, before long. So anyway, good luck if you're buying a big old custom chopper, man, or even a big dog, iron horse, whatever, man. I've had issues with all of them. And they're just so freaking intense, man. So much compression and torque and shit, man. You're gonna have issues out of them. Plus the way that they freaking shake so much and all, it just rattle shit loose, and they can be a serious nightmare. So good luck. Hope this helps somebody.